Tonight, the second of our four-part series, sitting down with the best friends of Officer Cameron Girvin, one of two officers, along with Christopher Reese, shot and killed in the line of duty during a traffic stop in Virginia Beach this February. Tonight, we learn more about the friendship and bond that the police officers shared. Tell me when each of you met Cam.
First time I met him, 25. He was 25 years old, and I'm an old man.
Yes, you are.
I see this young kid, big pompadour hairstyle, beard, skinny jeans, super skinny jeans. And I was like, well, all right, well, I've got a 12-year-old that I'm working with. That was kind of my first impression. Clearly, the first time we rode together, that absolutely changed. I've been a cop for a pretty long time. Cam was a cop for 5 years, but his knowledge of what he could do, what he's allowed to do, case law, far surpassed a lot of officers that I worked with have been a cop for 10 or 15 years.
I thought he'd been on the unit for years, right? I thought he'd been on the department for more than that, you know, like 5, 6, 7 years. And at the time, he was only like a 3-year officer.
Second night of training was when I first met him. Sent to a 911 hang-up call. When we go there, I kind of sit in the back, kind of let the new officer kind of take lead and find out that it was a domestic situation. Cam asked if, hey, do you want us to go speak to your husband? She said, yes, please. So we go inside, and all of a sudden the back door just swings open, and all of a sudden the guy comes out with a big dagger. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm here with this 2-day on officer, but Cam just was able to talk him down, but I've never seen an officer be able to use his gift of gab to be able to de-escalate a situation like that.
Why is it that in law enforcement you feel that there's this different dynamic as opposed to a friendship that you may have outside of law enforcement?
The average person deals with 4 critical incidents in their life. A cop, they deal about 400 in their career. And when you work alongside of each other, you deal with some very dangerous individuals that could go terribly wrong, just like it did in Cam's situation and Reese's situation. But so many times it comes out with a good outcome. The guy's in custody, you get the guns off the street and everything, and they go to jail or whatever. But just a split second of a wrong decision, sometimes it can lead to bad consequences. Go through these things with each other. It just kind of leads to a brotherhood or a sisterhood that I think is different than in other jobs.
Well, it starts in the academy, like really bad days in the academy, right? That turns into laughter. You work holidays with these people. You're not even seeing your own family. So you're actually with these people and your fellow officers more than you are with your own family.
What we see and deal with on a normal day-to-day basis isn't normal. You know, we come into contact with people having pretty much the worst day of their life. We are responsible for trying to de-escalate, be a counselor, be a marriage counselor, a psychologist, you know, everything all in one. We end up dealing with all the stuff that we see and deal with by leaning on each other more than you would just in an office workplace.
Part 3 of our sit-down with Officers Santerre Watson Small will air tomorrow. The entire interview, though, is available to stream on 13 News Now Plus right now.